Hello and welcome. How is everybody doing today? I'm trying to let people slowly file in. I'm wondering if YouTube even sent out the announcement. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to throw out another link saying that I'm live right now. If it'll let me, yes it will. Alright, so we are live. There's somebody in the audience, or that's just me. How am I doing? Am I coming through okay? Where's the audio? How's the weather? Is it raining, shining, snowing, sleeting, hailing? Is the grass growing? Do you see grass? There's some mud outside. So, what else is there to talk about today? Well, the government shut down, which means a bunch of people don't get paid except for the people responsible for the shutdown who get paid just fine, and we'll see how that goes as the morning continues. I haven't looked into much else this morning because I am trying to make this show more fun. So what we're doing is, taking advantage of a few things that I've worked on this weekend and hoping that everything works out okay. So with one person watching and no guests today, I'm just going to chatter. Blah, 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 blah. How much fun is that? That's so much fun. That's okay. Stop laughing at me. I'm not that bad. Stop laughing at me. Stop laughing at me. You're hurting my feelings. Not really. So, what can we do? Would somebody in the chat like to say hello? See how we're doing today? Talk about their weather. I'm wondering, and I'll say it again, did anybody get the alert that I'm going live? I was kind of hoping to see a few more people in here this morning, unless somebody's doing something that's conflicting with my show that I really should be watching that instead of doing this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Being that I'm a half hour late, maybe I'll just plan to do a half-hour show and jibber jabber for a few minutes. In which case, do I really need to show myself like this or bring the board back out? I was trying to have some fun with this. I'll show off some new shots I've been working on. All in all, trying to make it more fun and more interactive for the people when they play. I've got a wall of how things are working behind the scenes here. That's not really how things are working, but that's kind of what I got going on. We can still converse with the chat here. There's nobody there. Maybe I'll pop in and just give a quick hello. See if everything's going alright. Hi. How is my audio? Anybody? Anybody? Going once, going twice? We'll see if this works or if I'm an idiot and I need to have reset something. Nope, it works. It's going alright. I'm blue in my own chat. That's funny. Okay, maybe that's something I set up. We'll see how that goes. Let's check out another angle here. We can always see how the behind the scenes on the show are going. You can check my audio levels for yourself. Take a look at what the camera has. See, we have no guests today. Nothing really going on out there. So we'll take you back into a shot at me and see how things are going for everybody else today. If you do want to hop in, just say something and I will toss somebody a link to jump on the show. If not, this is a very, very sad representation of how well my show goes. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's horrible. I don't know what else to really do in here if nobody shows up. Jibber jabber about things for a minute. Alright, well, I did change one of the topics on the board. I took religion out because my taste for continuing to talk about religion, which is not a very in-depth knowledge of mine, I took that out, replaced it with sex. Let's get a quick look at this board again, if I can manage some of the angles and this sound going on back here. So we've managed to change a few of the topics and things on this board. And again, I just want to keep it rolling, keep it fun, see who enjoys it and who doesn't. Let's see. I really think YouTube stopped supporting the creators. Thanks YouTube. Meanwhile, I'm not posting that to Facebook. That's stupid. Facebook still thinks I'm on episode 12. That's wonderful. What a moron. Alright, thanks. Thanks for that. Alright, what else can I do? Let's see. I will explain why some of these are on the board. So, I play video games and I don't discount computer games. I also like some of the new systems. Hey, welcome. How are we doing today? Say hello in the chat. Tell me how my audio is doing. Something to let me know I'm being interactive with an audience. Video games are always fun. Television I grew up on, but I don't really watch too much of anymore, even though I pay for quite a bit. Virtual reality is cool. I don't really have any virtual reality units, but I have a headset that works with my iPhone, so that's fun to mess with from time to time. I just got one of those fun little remotes to be able to play games and shoot in, so I'm trying to link that up, but apparently it only works with specific games because of the brand remote it is. But I still play with it a little bit. I don't have money to go out and buy a big unit, so I play with the cheap ones. The headset cost me $5. I pop it in and I'm good. Technology is always fun. I like looking around to see what's out there. I don't keep up on the newest stuff. I try to keep up on the stuff as the price on it drops, but that doesn't always work if you want to keep some things going well. Toys. Well, who didn't play with toys when they were growing up? If you didn't, I'm sorry. That's sad. We can keep going though. Movies. I love movies, more so when I was younger than now, because I think movies have gotten worse with time. They're less creative and there's less of them that I want to watch. I guess is a good way to put it. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. What the fuck or fuck the world? That's what this means for those who don't know. This is going to be one of those off the wall topics, I guess you can say. I'll throw something in there just to throw it in there. It might mean nothing, have nothing to do with anything, but there it is. Transportation could be a whole number of things. We could talk about anything from cars to spaceships to what is that light ray that's supposed to transmit things? I forget. The laser. College is a hot topic. I think I might be changing that soon. Well, there's still kind of a lot to talk about. It doesn't seem to be something people want to pick often, so I want to get people to interact with the board pretty good. Platforms is kind of a way of talking about places you can socialize, hang out, and share your product online, I guess is a way to put it for my end. So there we go. We'll change that view up for a minute because I'm bored. That's why I did it. I did it because I'm bored. I made all this fun new stuff. I might as well put it up on the screen. You know? Even if the guest booth in the lower right hand corner and lower left hand corner are empty, it just seems to make sense to use the artwork that I put together. Platforms. Yeah, platforms is to discuss things like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Google Plus and all of those things. So there's different topics in there. The internet is the general whatever you want to talk about, different things that you see happening, how things are happening, why and when. The creator tips one is something that I'm trying to work on making it come out the best way I can. So if I can get some thoughts and suggestions from fellow creators, so I'm not just using my own input, which is very, very one-sided here, that would be great. I do have those hot topics over there that people ever so love to pick. Again, I changed the one at the bottom, but we'll get down there. Politics is always good. People want to talk about some of the stuff going on in politics, which I guess I kind of am redundant when I get to government, but I'll see about changing that maybe in the future. Mainstream media basically talking about news and how we receive things, different thoughts and ideas, ways of looking at it. LGBTQ plus alphabet is a semi-friendly way of talking about the group that has expanded to encompass so many letters that nobody knows how to read them out at any given time. Controversy could be just about anything that's modern, close, or something that people might have highly negative or highly positive views of, something that might spark a little actual debate here. Sex, basically just opening up the conversation to be more adult-like. Maybe I'll put an adult tag on here. I don't know what is going on with Twitter today, what is going on with YouTube today. Usually for a 9 o'clock show, I get more people, so being a half an hour late, I was kind of hoping I'd get my regulars a little more on time, but that's alright, no problems. It's really hard to sit here and talk to no one about nothing, though. So let's see. Let's take you guys back to the sound booth, take a look at what's going on here. Alright, only one person said something, and that happens to be me. The board is unused, and that is terrible. And I don't think that my tweets even went out saying that I'm online. Why? This is why nobody sees me, is because there's no information saying I'm online. This is really, how am I supposed to run a show? Okay, let's try this again. Will it let me send the tweet? You already sent this tweet. An empty show. I'm typing on the wrong computer. That's as stupid as it gets right there. I apologize for this quiet time while I type on an alternate computer and try to figure out what I am doing, because the setup I set up for myself this morning is kind of funky. It works, but it's hard to reach the second computer, which I really don't want to reach, but I have it there to monitor how healthy the stream signal is, just to make sure that I'm in the green and see what's going on in the chat and whatnot. That doesn't take up the bandwidth from my computer, but I keep a chat window open on my computer so that I can chat if I don't address it verbally. Pardon me. Let's see. So, with nothing going on and nothing to talk about, what am I supposed to do on today's show? I am not going to sing music because that would be kind of embarrassing for myself. What I could do is, in the next couple of minutes, after just rambling on about absolutely nothing, I could play the outro and just move on with my day and try to see if I can manage to do this again on Wednesday, because if I have a couple of empty shows, there goes the fun of trying to do the show. So we'll see what happens. YouTube really is trying to discourage its creators, whether it means to or not. Here I am just trying to have a friendly conversation with people, and I can't even get my YouTube channel to link on YouTube or on Twitter. I don't know if my viewers know I'm live because nobody showed up. But it's Monday. Everybody slept in, right? At least all those who probably watch me. Sent out a whole bunch of links. I think maybe people are taking my name, the NumbedSkull, way too literal, and they're going, oh, some NumbedSkull just messaged me. Oh well. Maybe I should just sit back and chill and watch for a while and see if I have any more fun ideas to come up with. I am sort of working on a story, but I'm stuck in the storyline trying to make things happen without any thoughts on where to go from where I am. But I'm still working on it. It's a few pages long. And then I've asked a few people to maybe give me a hand with some light sketches so that I can create some characters in my computer to use for them. And we'll see if I can't get back to making some videos that are fun for me to make. The fun of this is really gonna lose its luster when there's nobody to chat with, and it gets not boring, but kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Feels almost demeaning that you put in effort and then you post as many times as more times than you kind of feel comfortable that you need people on the show and that you have a show and whatnot, and you try to talk with people and get people involved, and the more you do that, it seems the less involved people want to get. But when I sit here and just kind of hang out and chat with somebody, people get involved, and that's when it gets fun. But I can't figure out how to get more people involved. So anybody watching this video, if you have some comments or suggestions, feel free to put them down below. Also, it wouldn't hurt to help bring up my thumbs up. Apparently somebody really doesn't like me, so if you could throw a thumbs up if you do like me. If you don't, put a thumbs down, and I know you don't like this, and then I'll definitely have to put an end to the dead show. So let's see, I could think about changing the time of day, but with all the other live streams that I watch and how my schedule works and me trying to find a part-time job that's not really working out well, I try to do this and get this out of the way in the morning because I do want to do this. I want to open up this conversation and chat about what I see in the world and maybe look at things in an opposing view from how I see them and get some perspective from other people and see if I'm not the only one that sees things differently. So there is that. Do you post a live stream when nobody shows up and you talk to yourself? I suppose I could. And did I just lose service? Hello, how are we doing today? Nice to see somebody show up. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if YouTube sent out the alert that I went live, or maybe you finally caught my Twitter alert, because I'm only running for about another maybe 10-11 minutes today, just jibber jabbering. I'll chat with you. Cool. Glad you can hear me. I'm glad something worked today. That would be one good sign. Oh, no, that's fine. I just appreciate you showing up more than you know, I think. Don't really have any guests. I'm trying to work on getting them ahead of time, but people don't like to schedule too far ahead of time, and people also don't like to schedule too close. So I don't know which way to go with that sometimes. But like I was doing, I'm just gonna keep moving through some different scenes and things that I have and show off the work that I've put into the show this last weekend, trying to make it more visually encompassing or visually enticing to the audience so they can have a good time watching me. I've got all sorts of different ways of looking what's going on. We can see how the chat's doing. There you are. I need to do maybe a close-up of the chat so that I can get right in there and say hello, maybe make a full window chat or something. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'll take ideas. What else do I got now that I got somebody here? I don't know what happened to my Google Hangouts. It just did something stupid. I don't know what it's doing, but it's alright. I'm not using it, so it can be as stupid as it wants to be. Maybe we should turn the game board off. Let's turn off the game board and show off the cool new back that I created. And move into here. Here we go. Can't really make this zoom in because this purpose of this one is not to zoom in, but I like going back and forth. I have to say I stole the camera idea, and I did ask him for help, and I got part of the way in the conversation. How do you mean, what software do I use? I'm streaming on OBS, if that's your question. The soundboard is several segments of voice meter cut down to look like this, and the rest of the artwork, can I make things disappear? What shot am I in? I've got a lot of different stuff involved in doing all of this, and if I switch between the wrong scene, it'll mess up the smoothness of the transitions because of the way I have all the things set up in here. I kind of had a good time with it. I thought, wow, this is going to be really cool when I finally get to the show and I get to go to like a guest shot and talk to the people who are here with me, and then while they're talking I can kind of zoom in and chat with them. I can make the show seem more encompassing. Oh, the backgrounds, I'm using an old version of Adobe Photoshop, and I'm just learning and playing with all the different features. So I made some of this in Adobe, I made some of this outside, and then I mess around and move it in. But I'm trying to make it so that I can have a little fun with it and chat with the people on my show, maybe move over and talk about what's going on the board. Also be able to go back and forth to the prompter and talk with the chat and see what's going on the, over here. I want to be able to go back and forth and show people what I'm doing to a certain extent and show off some of the work that I put in. I have Adobe, sir. Sir, would you like me to record what you are doing? Sir, I have a screenshot. If you go into the search bar, sir, and type in S and I and press enter, sir, Windows 10 will give you the tool that you need, sir. You can record your screen, sir. Press the Windows and G key, sir. Okay, enough of that one. But yeah, I like to mess around. I've learned a lot of cool tricks, and I have no training on how to use it. Like, I have just, hey, I'll click this button and see what it does. And in doing that, I've managed to make some pretty cool looking things. I think my favorite right now has to be the sound booth, because the sound booth kind of looks a little bit real. The board doesn't look quite the right angle, but I made everything here on this screen I have created as of right now, except for the curtain and the prompter, but I modified them somewhat. So my next thing is I'm gonna go in and take the tools that I learned for the curtain, and I'm gonna go in and try to make my own curtains. And I haven't decided what color I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna pick a nice little color and make my own curtains for the show, now that I know how to do that. And then I'm going to go back through and make my own prompter and figure out how to change the prompter around my way and make it look real from me creating it. All these cameras that you see in front of you, those are all things that I just sat down and tried to make them look somewhat real. I think I need to add a little more flair to the edges, but because of how I set it up, if I just fix and save the camera, this will update it, and then it'll update all the way through all the scenes that I can do. But this is the only one where the cameras show, unless I take you to the video wall. And the video wall shows, on the left hand side, it shows all the 3 camera angles that you see when we're looking from the sound booth, but you can't really tell from up close. Also, fun thing, I know I sound awfully monotone, my throat is kind of dry. Sorry. One moment, please. welcome. How you doing today? Say hello in the chat. Just kind of meandering around. This turned into a just show off my new scenery because nobody else showed up. I should do a few more things in here, but I kind of like the way this is going. I've got different shots to look at different things. We can zoom in, and it gave different perspectives of what's going on. You can barely see the chat on that screen, and when you go over to the host, when you go over to show me, why are you not cooperating, computer? Am I lagging? This is gonna be terrible. It's terrible again. What's going on? Okay, click. Alright, so then it goes back over to me, and just off the edge of me you can see barely see the edge of the spot where the guests go, like there. So I tried to make this cool. Oh, what did I just do? There we go. Whoops. But yeah, I have to say the most amount of work and effort went into this one, and I went so far down as to detail out the edges and the corners of the window, and I went through from scene to scene and tried to space everything out right. So what do you think before I end the stream? Do you like all the hard work that I put in, being that I have finally gotten to a point where I've created almost everything on my set? Almost every single thing on my set I've created on my computer, so I'm not stealing people. Stealing people. I'm not stealing people. I promise there's nobody tied up behind the garage in the trash can. You like it? Cool. That's all I need. One person to say, cool, I like it. The rest can say they hate it. One person said they like it. I'm good with that. So what else is there for me to do today? I can play my same old outro, and I also tried to crop in a new close scene. So let's hop into that new close scene, and remind those who watch this today to please click that thumbs up button if you would all like what I'm working on here. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and hit that bell because I do this show 3 times a week, usually at 9 a.m. I apologize for being a half an hour late today, and I apologize for the half-hour show, but it was a really small show. So again, thank you for showing up, thank you for stopping by to watch, and as always, have a good day.